Well, everybody, here is my entire VHS collection, letter G VHS tapes. So, anyways, no time to waste. Let's get on recording, shall we? Good. Starting with the clamshells, then the cut box, and finally the slipcovers. So, anyways, no time to waste. Let's begin. Had this tape since 2013. That after I gave it away to my cousin back in 2008. But now, I had this tape back in the collection since this is my childhood copy of this movie. July 22nd, 1995. And I taped the label because I just trying to see what it's recycled from. And it's For Our Children the Concert, which is a 1993 VHS that you guys never heard of. And by the way, this movie is based on the TV series Goof Troop, in case you haven't noticed. So, yep. Um, April 18th and April 19th, 1992. And this is the tape that I got last year from Savers. And I used to have another copy back in 2021, but gave it away. But now I had this tape since 2024. So, yep. Two print dates on this tape. December 3rd, or no, December 2nd and December 13th, 1992. Even though this tape came out in 1993. And I do have the Muppet movie, in which I'll show that when I get to the letter M. So, yep. And here's the last clamshell for this collection. Got this tape brand new, so yep. October 24th, 2003, so printed a week before Halloween of that year. And it's a later pressing, but even though this is still a 1998 VHS of this movie. This tape was originally purchased from Walmart back in 2003, but I got from OUI back in 2020. And that's it for the clamshells. Now let's get on to the one and only cut box. Classic movie right here from 1940. The print date is Independence Day 1998. And the week year code's the 27th week of 1998. That's it for the cut box. Now let's get on with the slipcovers. So, anyways, here we go. This movie right here definitely needed a rewatch soon. So, yep. March 13th, 2000. So, printed a week after my birthday. And this tape will be turning 25 this year. So, in 3 days. So, yep. Definitely a good movie from 1999 that stars John Travolta, along with James Croutwell and James Woods. April 10th, 2000 is the print date. And Wiki Year Code's the 15th week of 2000. Definitely, I mean, sorry about that. Like I said, definitely a classic one from 1953. April 6, 1998. Printed the 15th week of 1998. And it came with this ad right here, which I'll show it quickly. There we go. And definitely a great movie from 1990 that I've watched back in 2021. July 28th and August 2nd, 1991. Printed the 31st week of 1991. This is a later pressing. February 20th, 2003. And the week and year code's the 8th week of 2003. Definitely one of my all-time favorite Columbia Pictures movies right here from 1984. And definitely one of my all-time favorite movies right here. And plus, one of my all-time favorite 80s movies. That need no introduction. September 29th, 1985. Both the label and the end label are dried off, but I taped it back on. Printed the 39th week of 1985. If y'all could see it. And I will plan on rewatching the Ghostbusters movies, and definitely the real Ghostbusters, this Halloween season, which is in 2025. And here's the sequel right here. November 7th, 1989. And the week in year code's the 45th week of 1989. 1989. And I will plan on rewatching this movie one last time this week, so yep. September 7th, 1998. Definitely a classic right here from 1956 that has Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James Dean. And this movie also has Dennis Hopper in it too. September 17th, 1995 for part 1. And for part 2, also printed September 17th, 1995. And I'm planning on watching this movie soon, so yep. Since I haven't seen this movie yet. February 21st, 2001. And this is the very first tape to use the Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment logo. The week year code's the 8th week of 2001. Definitely a classic right here from 1965 that has Doris Day, Rod Taylor, along with Paul Lynde and Dom DeLuise. December 9th, 1993 is the print date. Guts tape. I got this tape brand new, so yep. And this is a later pressing. April 7th, 1999. And the week in year code's the 14th week of 1999. If y'all could see it. I've seen this movie before a couple times. Classic right here from 1989. And I got this tape brand new, like I said. June 5th, 1998. And the week in year code's the 23rd week of 1998. So this tape is a later pressing. Definitely one of my all-time favorite 1998 movies right here. January 20th, 2000. Printed the 4th week of 2000. If y'all could see it. Yep. The week in year code's the 4th week of 2000. And now I'm gonna be showing all Godfather movies, which is the Godfather trilogy. So, anyways, oh, anyways, let's begin. Starting with the first Godfather movie. Definitely one of my all-time favorite movies right here. And both Godfather Part 1 and Part 2 won Best Picture. February 5th, 2001 for Part 1. And printed the 6th week of 2001. And Part 2 also printed February 5th, 2001. And Part 2 is the 6th week of 2001. Same print date as Part 1. And if you haven't seen this movie, I recommend you all to watch it since I've seen all the Godfather trilogies last year, so yep. And here's Part 2. And I will show Part 3 next. Oh. This movie also has Robert De Niro in it as young Vito. October 19th, 1992, and printed the 47th week of 1992. Or no. Yeah, my mistake, folks. It's printed the 43rd week of 1992 for part 1. Y'all could see it. Never mind. Guess I'll show the next one. And once again, part 2 is also printed October 19th, 1992. So same print date as part 1. While part 2 is printed the 43rd week of 1992. So same print date and week and year code as part 1. And finally, I'm going to show you the last video for now, until part 2. Part 3's of the Godfather is the weakest one ever. Part 1 is printed September 22nd, 1991. And the week and year code's the 38th week of 1991. While part 2 is also printed September 22nd, 1991. And printed the 38th week of 1991. So same print date as The Godfather part 3, part 1 VHS tape. Well, everybody, there you have for part 1 of my entire VHS collection, letter G VHS tapes. So stay tuned for part 2 coming up soon. So, yep.